Take your bath. Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapati Bappa Moria Ganesha Ganapati Bappa Moria Ganesha 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 Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapati Bappa Moria Ganesha Ganapati Bappa Moria Ganesha Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapati Bappa Moria Ganesha Ganapati Bappa Moria Ganesha 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 Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha Okay, take her there.
That was a wow moment. A real blessing to have you here, Anna. I'm here with Anna Botero on the Blessed channel, and we are so fortunate to be with you. You're coming to us from Brazil, beautiful Brazil there. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence and that beautiful music. I have to say, that is one of my absolute favorite songs. I have to say, pinch me. Is this really happening that I am talking to you and hearing that beautiful song? So I'm Sheila Ramakrishnan. I am a chemical engineer in the biopharmaceutical industry. I'm also an art of living teacher and writer. And, you know, Anna, you are very widely your popularity is very great. It's really a blessed moment for us to have you on this channel as we get ready to launch it. And thank you very much for supporting us and really spreading your beautiful music and your cheery presence. You're a a very dynamic art of living teacher in South America. Particularly, I think, I know you go all around, but your roots are in Colombia and you Argentina, you go everywhere. You're now in Brazil and internationally as well. So we thank you for all that you do. Would love to start this conversation about just blessing, what that means to you.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me. It's an honor to be here, and I hope that the sound was good,
It was
because it's
amazing.
very windy today. So I don't know if the sound was good, but yeah, thank you so much for all those words too. They're so nice. Um, blessing, blessing. It's very hard to describe actually. Like it's just a feeling of being taken care of, you know, of feeling that something bigger is taking care of you, um that you're not alone, and that anything can can be given to you in a way. um so that's blessing for me. And in that manner, I feel like every minute is a blessing. Like every
Oh,
minute is a miracle. Like we are, as human beings, we're very small in this big universe, you know. And like small things can just like life is very short, and we are very fragile in a way as human beings. So I think that every minute being alive, it's a blessing, you know. And whenever we are conscious about it, we are very grateful of being alive. Like nothing else makes more sense than that, you know. So I'm going to just say
no.
that in Spanish for people that don't know English. So la pregunta era ¿qué es blessing? Y mi respuesta es blessing, bendición. La bendición es una sensación de sentirse que alguien te está cuidando, que alguien mucho más grande que tú te está cuidando. Y cada minuto de nuestra vida es una bendición, porque nosotros como seres humanos somos tan frágiles que en cualquier momento nuestra vida se puede ir, ¿no? En cualquier momento nos podemos morir. Así que tener la bendición de estar vivo es algo muy lindo para recordar, para tener en cuenta en nuestra vida y tener esa bendición, ¿no? De estar vivo, de sentir que nosotros como seres humanos somos muy pequeñitos en este mundo, pero tenemos la bendición de estar cada minuto vivos. That's it. That's the
That
I
was
did my best.
that was so beautifully expressed. Every moment is a blessing. Life is so fragile. I was feeling the same thing, you know. Things happen sometimes out of our control. We don't even know what tomorrow brings, but we have today, and that's a gift. And we just live in that expression of gratefulness and gratitude. And then it just seems to flow more and more that way, just being in the moment and feeling that grace. So thank you so much for so beautifully expressing that. Now, your just delightful energy and presence. I know that comes from these kind of spiritual practices, the meditation, the breath work. When did you come into these programs? How did you find out about Art of Living?
I found out I was dating a guy in Colombia, actually, and he told me to come to an intro talk of meditation, and I said yes. I think that it was because I just wanted to be with him at that moment. But then I came. I was a bit late for this intro talk, and I remember it was a very special intro talk because Bill Herman. I don't know if you know him.
Oh,
Maybe, yeah, you
yes,
know
it's
Bill.
delightful.
Yeah, Bill Herman was giving this talk actually in Colombia, and I remember that I I was late and I came and it was like he was playing a video of Louis Armstrong. That is a very like this
Yes,
is amazing
right.
um
Jazz
trumpetist.
trumpet.
Yeah, yeah, I
Oh,
really love him. I study
so-
music, so that was like a whole like a huge thing for me, you know, I suddenly came here to learn something about meditation and I see Louis Armstrong and like what is going on, you know, like what is this? Um
It's a
and
wonderful world, right? When we hear
yeah,
of Louis
it was
Armstrong.
yeah, it was so interesting. So I just saw the video and after the video he said like he just asked a question that like completely blew my mind at that moment. And he said, "Do you know was where was the mind of Louis Armstrong when he was playing? When was when was the mind of Louis Armstrong?" That was a question that I've never thought about it in my life. You know, like I. And then he started explaining like the state of happiness that comes in the mind and how you can have the state of happiness by meditating too, you know, not by only like doing stuff that you like. And that was the first thing that I realized like this is my path, you know, like I want to learn from him. I want to be here. Like this totally makes sense for me. That was mostly 10 years ago. It was 2015 actually. And a year after that, like 3 months after that, um I moved to Buenos Aires to Argentina to study music. But when I moved to Argentina, I started like volunteered at the same time, and 1 year after, I was a teacher, and yeah, that was my life. You know, I'm
Wow.
making music, but like art of living is part of my everyday life. I work with art of living. I learned how to be design like a graphic design there, and here I am, you know, like I'm like 100% volunteer teacher doing all the stuff because I feel that it just makes a lot of sense, you know, these techniques, the community, like everything here, like it's not utopical and it's not perfect because I know that there's a lot of stuff that we are human beings, you know. Um, but for me, talking about blessings, finding art of living was one of the biggest blessings that I've ever had in my life. I don't know who will, yeah, I don't know what will be if I was not in art of living. You know, it kind of saved me,
That's
and
so
I'm very glad. I'm so I'm feeling so grateful every day. You know.
and
I actually am living in an art of living center right now, and it's amazing.
oh,
I never thought about it in my life, like to have a home every like in every place of the world. So that's something that I really really value. I'm just going to explain that in Spanish very quickly. Entonces la pregunta era cómo llegué yo al arte de vivir. Hace 10 años fui a una charla introductoria en donde había un instructor que se llamaba Bill Herman, que antes de empezar a hablar, yo había llegado un poquito tarde a la charla, y cuando llegué había un video de Louis Armstrong, y después del video nos comentaron, él nos dijo que donde creíamos que estaba la mente de Louis Armstrong, y después ahí fue donde él empezó a hablar un poco de el estado de la mente y cómo el estado feliz de la mente puede aumentar la calidad de tu vida. Y a mí eso me explotó la cabeza, porque yo en ese momento estaba estudiando música y entendí que habían otras alternativas también para llegar a ese estado de plenitud. Y desde ese momento fue como, aquí, de aquí no me voy. Entonces empecé a avanzar, me mudé a Argentina y en Argentina empecé a hacer voluntariado y hoy en día mi vida es el arte de vivir. Yo trabajo para el arte de vivir, soy instructora del arte de vivir, me encantan las técnicas, las practico todos los días. Sé que hay un montón de cosas que hay que mejorarse dentro de la organización, somos todos humanos, pero yo me siento muy agradecida y hablando de blessings, me siento muy, muy, muy bendecida de haber encontrado este camino. Okay, that
That's
was it.
beautiful. It looks like you've just embraced art of living. It's just become part of your everyday for many of us as well. Um, and just feel that community, feel that purpose and helping and spreading these practices that maybe each of us have, really felt the difference in our lives. And we want more people to feel that, especially in these times, isn't it?
Mm.
Life, there are a lot of things happening in the world, and I know for me this is like an anchor, and I'm so grateful. We're grateful for the founder, Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, and the knowledge and wisdom
Mm.
he gives. Can you think of a moment that, or many moments probably, but one that you might like to share of one of the interactions you had with him, and any knowledge or any takeaway that you kept with you?
Hmm. Oh my God, that's so difficult. There's so many.
There's so many, right?
But okay, I remember one. I remember one. I was in Berlin. I was doing the Siam one for the first time. It was the one of the first ones. He was teaching them. But one of the sessions, he left other teacher to do it, like maybe a meditation or something like that. I don't quite remember the details of that, but I remember that I was feeling like something was not like something was wrong inside, like I was feeling a little bit quite anxious, and I don't know what it was exactly, but I had this feeling that I wanted to like be close to him, and just maybe it was a question that I had like very deeply in my heart at that moment. It was like, I don't know, 8 years ago. So
Oh, yeah.
but I don't know what what I had this thought. I wanted to share this one. Um, and we were meditating. We were like about to finish the meditation, and the feeling was so strong that I need I needed to ask something to him because of this feeling that I had, and I was not feeling good. I couldn't meditate. Um, So I opened my eyes and I went out of the hall. It's not very common for me. Like, I'm a very, very disciplined person. Like, I'm never doing. I like, this is like they told me do this and I'll do it. Like, I'm not a rebellious person. But at that moment, I feel it very, very like very deeply that I needed to like find him. So I went out of the hall. I took the elevator and I went straight to the floor that he was. And in all this trajectory, there was it was no one. I was alone in this. I went to the elevator. I got up, and his door was open, and he was alone, completely alone. It's very rare. Like Gurdev is never alone. Uh, and I just got in. and I saw him, and he said like, "Hey, like please come. You had to, yeah, you had to ask me something, right?" He told me that, and I was like, "Wow, what? Like this is insane, you know?" I don't remember what I asked him actually. I think that I asked something, but I was so like at the moment that I saw him, my like all these strange feelings that I had, and it was all gone. You know, I just I just needed to see him somehow. I asked something. I'm pretty sure that I asked something, but I don't remember what it was. And after that, I just felt very complete. You know, and then like 3 minutes after, there was a lot of people like suddenly it was in a different dimension, you know, that all this happened. And I don't quite understand this kind of um situations with him, but yeah, that was one that really caught me, you know, like,
What
oh
a
wow.
what a precious moment to have that time for however long it was. Just that time, one on one, to have your question, to have everything you were feeling just dissolve
Mm,
that moment. That's amazing. Please share with your Spanish, with our Spanish viewers.
okay. La pregunta era que si podía compartir un momento especial que había tenido con Gurudev o alguna situación que me acordara de que tuviera como en mente. Y yo compartí que hace un par de años, cuando salió el Sanian 1, yo fui a hacerlo en Berlín. Y en un momento, en una meditación, no me estaba sintiendo muy bien, estaba sintiendo mucha angustia y tenía muchas ganas de preguntarle algo. Tenía una pregunta muy fuerte en mi corazón que al día de hoy no me acuerdo cuál pregunta era. El caso es que en vez de quedarme meditando, no pude meditar y abrí los ojos, salí del salón de meditación y fui directo al ascensor para ir a ver si podía hablar con él. Y sorpresivamente no había nadie. Entré al ascensor, pude subir, llegué al piso de él, llegué a su habitación, no había absolutamente nadie, estaba él solo. Y en un momento me dice como que entre y me dijo, tienes una pregunta para mí, ¿cierto? Y a mí me sorprendió eso porque pues sí, claramente tenía una pregunta. Al día de hoy no me acuerdo cuál pregunta era, se la pregunté, pero más allá de la pregunta era como el simple hecho de ello o estar en su presencia en ese momento hizo que a mí se me disolviera todo lo que estaba sintiendo. No entiendo, al día de hoy no entiendo cómo funcionan este tipo de cosas con él, pero esa fue una de las primeras veces en donde realmente lo sentí muy fuerte porque estaba sola, no había nadie y eso no es tan normal. Gurudev siempre está con gente. Y después de verlo, se me disolvió todo y ya me sentía completa, ya me sentía tranquila. Fue muy hermoso y fue una de las primeras veces, después empezó a pasar más seguido, pero nada, fue muy, muy hermoso. Ok.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that very special moment. And I'm sure many a moment that you've had um, with him and on this path, this beautiful path. Want to get to your music a little bit. Um, you said you had studied music in Argentina, and uh, tell us how maybe things shifted for you, or did you feel the focus? You knew that music was your passion, and you wanted to pursue a profession in it.
Well, music, I knew it since I was a child that I wanted to be a musician. I remember like I was very, very young when I was telling my dad and my mom like, hey, this is what I'm going to do when I'm grow up, you know. And I know that a lot of children do that. So at the beginning they just
Right.
didn't think that it was like quite serious. but but then I grew up, and it was like, yeah, that this is what I'm gonna do with my life, you know. And I studied music, but I always struggle with the fact of the ego part, that like the ego that this ego that it's always in musicians, the image, and like you need to like look in a certain way for people to like you, you know. And the music, sometimes in the music industry it happens that I think, and that sometimes the music is not as important as the image of the musician, and how and what the musician represents besides the music, you know. And I don't know, there's something still today that it doesn't like quite like about that, you know. And but I like music, and that's my passion, so I need to do music to enable to be alive basically, and need to enable to be like feel that I'm doing the right thing, you know. I've spent some months not doing music because of this thought in my mind, and that was not good for me, for my health, mental health, actually. So one of the biggest blessings that I had with all this spiritual path was actually learn how to sing mantras and start practicing mantras in my life, because mantras have this ability to just work through you. You don't do you don't actually do anything, you know, to make it happen. You just start singing some random vibrations, you know, that maybe you don't even understand fully, and the magic just happens. And whenever you are doing it with other people, those people are with the eyes closed, so your image doesn't really matter at that moment, you know.
Right.
You're not there, you're just an instrument for the mantras to do their job. So that was a huge thing for me, like um that possibility to make music and not being like fully involved in it, and at the same time feeling that I'm being like an instrument, and I'm not like the one that is doing it, was a very, very like a quite nice experience that I really, I'm very grateful for it, you know. It's like I nowadays I have my music, I have my songs, I like to play them, I do concerts and all, like I'm a songwriter too, and I love that part of myself and of music. But I know that I need the other part too, you know. And I like to mix those, and that's kind of like the part of me, you know. Like I'm not only songwriter, I'm not only like singing mantras every day, I'm just um doing what I feel that it's okay for me, you know, and involving everything as part of me. But mantras definitely give me that clarity, you know, to how to deal with what I want in music in my life. I'm going to say it in Spanish now. um, la pregunta era más que nada como, cómo era. Can you repeat the question? I don't remember the question.
I think I was just saying about your music career. You had the passion for it, and then you were explaining how the music industry and the image and all that, but that the mantras and these meditation practices probably keep you very centered and allow you to do what you need to do in the music space
Oh,
to feel
perfect,
comfortable
perfect.
and
En-
yourself.
Entonces, ella me preguntó acerca como de mi parte musical, y yo le empecé a contar que yo desde siempre quise ser artista, estudiar música, eso fue algo que desde siempre tenía muy claro, pero siempre peleaba un poco con el hecho de lo que significaba en la industria musical ser un artista, tener una imagen, ser la persona que la gente ve y como la imagen también a veces es hasta un poco más importante de la música en sí misma y que había algo ahí que no me terminaba de cerrar a mí. Y cuando conocí los mantras fue una experiencia completamente distinta porque los mantras casi que actúan a través tuyo. Yo en realidad no siento que yo haga mucho del trabajo. Es más que nada los mantras que hacen el trabajo de, de llevar como todos estos beneficios a las personas, incluyéndome cuando lo hago. Entonces fue muy lindo poder a través de mi camino espiritual empezar a encontrar la manera que más me funcionaba a mí de hacer la música, ¿no? Yo hoy en día no soy solamente cantautora o no soy solamente cantante de mantras, sino que em, pruebo a hacer ambas y unirlas y siento que eso es parte como de ya mi manera como yo me relaciono con la música, ¿no? No solamente uno en lo otro, sino como poder unirlos y siento que eso es algo muy hermoso que ha sucedido a través de mi camino espiritual y cómo yo me relaciono con la música hoy en día. Ok.
Thank you. You just have found, I think, the right balance, the right equation to still be in the music space, but you're yourself. You don't have to be anything or any image or any supposed to. You have found your equation, and that comes through. I think when I
Mhm.
talk to you, you're just a regular person. I thank you very much for that. Now, you said you've been in art of living about 10 years. I wanted to see, did you get to experience one of these world culture festivals, perhaps in India, in Delhi in 2016, or in Washington, D.C. Recently in 2023? Did you have that opportunity?
Unfortunately, no,
Oh, okay.
because I was very new when the India festival was in, and I just arrived to Buenos Aires, and I didn't have the money. I wanted to go. Everyone was actually going at the moment, but I couldn't go at that moment. And for the Washington one, I had trouble with my visa, so I didn't. I yeah, I was not able to. But next one will be mine. I don't know.
That's right. And it's coming up 2026, and we hope we get to meet you. We hope you would be there also, um, playing and singing so beautifully as you do. We're all waiting to see where that will wind up. But the spirit coming together and enjoying celebration, enjoying the diversity, yet feeling that oneness, as you say, when you sing those mantras, you're one with the uh, consciousness. So thank you so much for all that you bring and spread. Wondered if we could have you end on another song, or maybe you could tell us what projects right now you're working on. Are you involved with another album that is is coming?
Yes, yes. I'm working on a new album, a mantras album actually. I was hoping to get it done by this year, but that's not going to happen because of
You,
life.
you
No,
never
sometimes.
know. You never know.
Okay, yeah, you never know. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. There's a few months left, so let's see. Let's see if I'm able to finish it. But yeah, I wanted to do the second album. The first one was quite successful, so I'm very glad. I'm very happy that people are listening and people are connecting with those mantras. And yeah, for the second one, I wanted to be like a little bit more, like more songs in it. And I actually released one of my first solo album as a songwriter this year at the beginning of the year. So you can also listen to that. All the songs are mostly like very devotional, and one of them has one mantra too. So it's very like it's not very different from one another, as I said. But yeah, I'm working on a new album. It takes a bit to do it by yourself, you know, like as a soloist. Sometimes it's not that easy, and I like to travel a lot, so that it's also like another thing that um makes things a little bit hard. But I like my life, and I think that this album is going to be very, very good. So I hope that everyone likes it.
We can't wait. We'll be patient whenever the right time. I'm sure it's going to be very beautiful, and blessings that it's very successful and spreads your energy and your talent. Maybe we could have you just end on one. That would be so,
Okay.
whatever you want.
Okay.
Anyone.
Okay. Let's play one more song. It's okay, the sound? Gurudeva Guru Namah Shivaya. Gurudeva Guru Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Shiva. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Shiva. Guru Jaya Jaya Sadguru Shiva. Jaya Jaya Sada Shiva. Gurudeva Guru Namah Shivaya. Gurudeva Guru Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Shiva. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Shiva. Guru Jaya Jaya Sadguru Shiva. Jaya Jaya Sada Shiva. Guru Jaya Jaya Sadguru Shiva. Jaya Jaya Sada Shiva. Gurudeva Guru Namah Shivaya. Gurudeva Guru Namah Shivaya.
Straight to the heart. Thank you. Beautiful, Anna.
Botero, beautiful inside and out. Thank you for
Mm.
being with us in this very precious time. Sacred day.
Thank you so much. Take your day.